Hi, in today's tutorial we'll be looking at two methods by which we can remove duplicated data from Excel. I will also speak a bit on the advantages and disadvantages of each. I am Jafari. Please stay with us. Like this video and subscribe to our channel. For method number 1, I will show you how to do this using the remove duplicate function. Let's do it. Before removing duplicated information, I will copy my table so that we can make a comparison at the end. There's it, I've copied my table. Now we'll be removing duplicated information from the table on the right. Our first step in removing duplicated information is to highlight the table containing a duplicate. Our next step is to move to our Data tab, which contains our Remove Duplicates option. Hit Remove Duplicates option. Now our dialog box appears. And there are a few things that we need to check for in our dialog box. My table as headers, so I'll ensure my data as headers is checked in the dialog box, and also all three columns are checked. My columns are employee ID, employee name and age. Then OK. And we have received a message to say that 2 duplicate values found and removed and 20 unique values remain. So let's make a comparison between the tables. In comparing our result table to our original table, we can see that entries for Dean Dillon and Gene King have been removed, whereas both entries for June Hall remain in our result table. This is because all the information for Dean Dillon and the Gene King are identical for all 3 columns, whereas the information for June Hall differ in columns for employee ID and age, and as a result these are viewed as different entries. If we were to run our remove duplicates function using a single column, such as employee name, then we will see one of our entries for June Hall being removed. This is because only a single column will determine duplicated data. Let's do it. Let's clear up the spreadsheet a bit. Copying our table for comparison after our result has been generated. Here we have our copied table. Now let's highlight our column that we'll be checking for duplicates. Now hit our remove duplicate function. This time we want to ensure that not all our columns are checked. We are only checking employee name column for duplicated information, and also we need to ensure that our my data as headers is checked. Now hit OK. And here we have it. It's showing that 1 duplicate value found and removed and 19 unique values remain. Looking at our result table, we will see that one of the entries for June Hall has been removed. This is because we have changed our duplicate criteria from 3 columns to a single column, which means that all information that are identical in this column will be seen as duplicates, and as a result will be impacted. The drawback with using this method is that our results are not updated if there is change in our source data. With that said, let us take a look at our next method of removing duplicates from Excel spreadsheet. And for our second method, we'll be looking at the unique function. This function may take up to 3 arguments to provide our results. Now let's look at an example to better understand. Here is our table that we used for method 1. We will also be using this table for method 2. Let's enter the name of our formula. And the name of our formula is unique. And here it is. The first argument in our formula is array. This is where we would like to remove our duplicates, which is here in our table. Our second argument in our formula is to return unique rows or unique columns. We would like to return unique rows of information. Hence we select 0. And our third argument in our formula is to return items that appear exactly once or distinct items. We would like to return distinct items. Just to note, if we select items that return exactly once, all items that appear more than once in our table will not be returned at all. So we select distinct items. Hence we select 0. Close bracket and hit enter. And here we have it, the results from our unique function. Let's compare this result to our original table. As we have seen with our previous method, entries for Dean Dillon and Gene King have been removed, whereas both entries for June Hall remain in our result table. Again, this is because the information for Dean Dillon and Gene King are identical for all 3 columns, whereas the information for June Hall differ under the employee ID and age columns. Now let's run this function using only a single column, such as employee name, as our array. This we expect to give us a different result by removing one of the entries for June Hall. Let's do it. Let me undo this information. Now let us change our array to only be a single column, which is our employee name here. We can do this from our formula. And we'll enter only employee name as our array. And hit enter. And there we have it. An entry for June Hall has been removed, as shown here. One of the main advantages of using the unique formula to remove duplicates is that our results are updated if there's any change in our source data. Let me show you that. We will now add a unique entry to our source data table, and we should see that update reflected here in our results. Let's do it. And here we have it, our newly added unique entry, Sil Jones, has been updated in the result sheet. Let's highlight it using borders. There. And there you have it, guys, our tutorial on how to remove duplicates from Excel spreadsheet. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching. Bye.